Hey guys, it's Shamsa and welcome back to my little kitchen. Now, some classics are hard to resist, so if you're craving good old Tandoori Chicken Tikka, then this is the recipe to turn to. Today I'm showing you how to make my version of Tandoori Chicken Tikka in an air fryer in under 14 minutes. Now, before I try this and tell you guys exactly how it is, please be sure to hit that subscribe button, turn your bell notifications on for all things amazing. And I'm going to try this now and tell you how it is now. So just pop this down. Whoa, this is really amazing. Honestly, it looks good and it smells so good. So good squeeze of lime juice, and there has to be lime. Can't be lemon in this on this one this time round. So here goes. That lime juice is the first thing you taste, and then the moist chicken underneath with that marination of flavors. Oh my god, they work so well. Try the recipe out, don't take my word for it. Make it, eat it, enjoy it, and share it with your family and friends. The spices are mild and the flavors are just so beautiful together and work really well. I've just served mine up with some Persian flatbreads, a nice salad, and it's got the chaat masala on top, and it actually needs that. It gives it a slight little kick of you know, that pungent flavor that chaat masala is. It's a mix of flavors, but it honestly works so well with the kebabs. Don't skip that step. Make sure you actually get that sprinkle of chaat masala right at the end. Try it, guys. I'm sure you're going to love it, and I'll be back here again soon with a new recipe. Till then, take care and happy eating. So the ingredients you're going to need is approximately 700 grams of chicken breast fillet, which is cubed into medium bite-sized pieces. Now, if you wanted to use chicken thigh meat, you can do. I've tried the recipe and it works beautifully, but the kids and I prefer chicken breast meat, so that's why I'm using this. Now, I've got here 6 tablespoons of Greek yogurt. You can use natural if you wish. I've got 2 tablespoons of chickpea flour, which is also known as gram flour and besan. I've got here 3 large garlic cloves, which weigh 23 grams in weight, and I've got here a piece of ginger which weighs 13 grams. I've peeled them, and I'm going to add a little bit of water into this and blitz it to a fine puree, and I'll show you once I do that. And I have the following spices. I've got 2 teaspoons of coriander powder, 1.5 teaspoons of salt, and Kashmiri chili powder here, which is going to add a really nice colour and flavour, but not the heat. And then I have 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon powder, sugar, and garam masala. I've got here 1 heaped tablespoon of dried fenugreek leaves, and to give the tandoori chicken its authentic colour this time around, I'm actually replacing food colouring with saffron. I've got here 1/2 teaspoon of saffron strands, and I've just sort of like crushed them slightly. So there's little bits that are slightly crushed down to powder form, and there's little strands in there as well, which is going to add a really nice deep orange colour. And I've also got my 18 centimetres wooden skewers, which I'll leave a description for in the box, so if you wanted to purchase them. And for garnishing purposes, we've got lime here. We've got a good amount of chaat masala. Now, this is I would say essential, but if you didn't want to add this, that's entirely up to you. Some people like the taste of chaat masala, some people don't, so that's entirely up to you, but it does add a really nice kick when we come to sort of like finish the dish off and garnish it with that. I've also got some butter here, which I've just melted down, and that we're going to baste it once the kebabs are cooked. And I've also got my oil spray as well. So let's start cooking. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my ginger and garlic away and put it into my food processor with approximately 1 to 2 tablespoons of water, and just grind it down to a puree, and I'll show you how it looks once it's done. Right, okay, so this is how the ginger and garlic paste looks. I added around 2 tablespoons of water into this, and I'm now going to start the meat marination. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add our yogurt into a bowl, and then we're going to add the gram flour, and we're going to mix it until that's nicely combined so there's no lumps. And now in with the ginger and garlic paste, the spices, the dried fenugreek, just crush them between the palms of your hands like that, just to release more sort of like flavour and aroma, and the crushed saffron, and then just give that all a mix, and then add the chicken pieces in. and mix that through. So all the chicken pieces are really nicely combined with that lovely marinade. It just smells amazing. And now all we're going to do is just cover this with cling film and just set this aside like this. Just cover that tightly. Right, pop this now into the fridge and let that sit for 2 hours minimum. Now, if you wanted to leave it overnight, even better, the flavors will develop and give you an amazing taste, and let them flavors sort of like work their magic and really become concentrated. Now, at this stage, once this is sitting in the fridge, it's a good time to soak our skewers. So I'm going to do that and I'll see you guys back in 2 hours. Right, okay, so I've taken my chicken out of the fridge that's been marinating and I've let it rest for 1 hour. So now we are going to assemble our kebab. So take the cling film off first of all, and then just give everything one final mix before we actually thread these up onto our skewers. Okay, so I have my pre-soaked skewers here, and I've actually soaked 10 skewers. My air fryer will happily take 4 skewers at any one time, and this recipe should give you approximately 8 to 10 skewers. So here goes, just thread the pieces on. Like that, and I've managed to fit 5 pieces of chicken onto that, and I'm just going to continue making 3 more to fit into my air fryer, and I'll show you how they look once they're done. And there we have it. My 4 skewers are all ready to go into the air fryer. Right, okay, so now we're going to preheat our air fryer at 200 degrees C, and then we'll come back to it once it's ready. Right, okay, so the air fryer has preheated, and all I'm going to do is take some oil spray and just spray the base lightly with that, and then add my skewers in like that, and then just gently just spray them very lightly. So now we're going to turn our air fryer on at 200 degrees C for approximately 14 to 16 minutes. Now, every air fryer is different, so the cooking times will vary by a couple of minutes, nothing more. So just keep an eye on them, and if you think they need a little bit more in the air fryer, a little longer, then just obviously cook them for a further 2 minutes. But my temperature is 200 degrees C for 14 minutes. So I'm just going to set that now. And I'm also going to turn them halfway through the cook, so I'll see you guys back at the 7-minute mark. Right, okay, so we are 7 minutes into our cook, which is halfway through, and this is how they look. Absolutely wonderful. So we're just going to turn them over and then just give them another quick light spray, and then back in for the remaining cook. And the 14-minute timer is up, and I'm just going to show you how amazing these kebabs look. Now all I'm going to do is just pop these back in again like that, and just turn the heat setting on my air fryer to full whack, so it's 230 degrees from my air fryer, and I'm going to give it 1 more minute on a full heat, and all that's going to do is that's going to give the edges a little bit of the sort of like crispiness and that charred sort of colour. You don't have to do this, this is optional, but I do like it, so, and I do highly recommend it as well. Okay, so the 1 minute is up, and this is how they look. Absolutely amazing. I'm just going to remove these and pop these into a plate, and then we're going to finish them off. Right, to finish these off, all we're going to do is we're just going to take our melted butter and just baste them like that. Again, like I said, this is optional, you don't have to do this, but it definitely is worth it. And then squeeze of lime just on top, followed by a pinch of that chaat masala. Just add a little bit more. And there we have it, guys. My Tandoori Chicken Tikka is all ready, and I'm just going to go off and cook the remaining lot, and I'll show you how it looks once it's done.